There have been tons of reports that the United States government now holds $7.8 million worth of XRP, and that it came through a seizure because some bad people were doing some illegal stuff. That's what's being alleged anyway. But is this actually true? Is there any sort of evidence that the U.S. government actually does hold $7.8 million worth of XRP? Well, I can't say for sure, but as far as I can find, and I really did look, as far as I can tell anyway, the answer is no. And it's just so peculiar to me because there are so many crypto media outlets that are, as I'll show you in just a sec, so many crypto media outlets running with this story, and none of them, and I do mean literally none of them, provide a source that proves this. You know what it actually stemmed from? Somebody said that this is true on social media, and then it just spread like wildfire. And then everybody started talking about it, repost after repost after repost. Hundreds of thousands, if not over 1 million people have seen this. I mean, it's that massive. It probably has been over 1 million people, frankly. It's been shared so much. I wouldn't be surprised anyway. Nobody fact-checked it. Nobody fact-checked it at all. And then, since it's going everywhere, then you have crypto media, and you'd think at least they would fact-check it. Nope. It takes a dude on the internet with a silly-ass name. I just want to verify this real quick. Where's the source? And then it falls apart. Now, if it ends up being true, super duper, but I cannot find it. I cannot find a damn bit of proof. So if any of you can, please tell me. But as far as I can tell, this is not true. In fact, there was one person that provided a source that is supposed to lead to a document, a government document that proves this, and it doesn't do that, as I'll show you in this video. But this has been circulated so far and wide within the XRP community. I was like, okay, I got to make a video and just say my piece on this. But before going further, it holds $7.8 million in XRP after DEA seizure. Oh, is that correct? Because you're stating it as fact there. Here's a headline from Times Tabloid. Here's how much XRP the U.S. government currently holds. That was from just a couple days ago. Here's one from Sunday. U.S. government seizes $7.8 million in XRP as part of $54.7 million crypto asset action. Here's a fourth one. This is from Block News. U.S. government now holds $7.8 million in XRP after DEA crypto seizure. And look, I could have filled up a ton more tabs on my Brave browser here if I wanted to with sharing the same story with the same or similar headline. It's all over the place. There was just a few examples, and that's a big claim, and that's exciting if it's true in a way. I mean, it sucks that stupid people are doing illegal stuff, and that as a result you get their XRP seized. But there are implications of this, as I'll get to. Just hang on a few minutes. But earlier in the year, we were told that the United States government was creating a digital asset stockpile, and XRP absolutely can be a piece of this, and it can come from situations just like this. So, I would love it if the United States government were actually going to full on just purchase a boatload of crypto, including XRP. That would be fantastic. I'm biased. XRP is my largest individual crypto holding. XRP is my favorite cryptocurrency. So yeah, I'm biased, but yeah, I would love to see that. I'm willing to bet that most of you listening are on the same page here. But does this make sense? This story. Piece reads as follows. The U.S. government has quietly become one of the world's most unexpected XRP holders. Oh, has it? Following a recent seizure by the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, authorities now control about $7.8 million worth of XRP. Part of a broader $54.7 million digital asset confiscation tied to ongoing criminal investigations. The move highlights just how entangled cryptocurrencies have become in both law enforcement and the broader financial system. And then they go on to cite a post from Bank XRP. Now, Bank XRP has been in the XRP community for a long time. I mean, I've been here since late 2017. He may have been here longer than me. I don't know exactly when, but he's basically been here from the beginning of time, so far as I'm concerned, as far as I can remember being a member of the XRP community myself. And he has a well-deserved 259,000 followers and has consistently put out a great headline. So he does good work here. Now, if this is true, great. I'm just telling you, I want to see the proof because he shared a link here and it does not prove the thing that he is asserting here. And so here he wrote, USDEA seizes 54.7 million in crypto assets. Bitcoin, 27.9 million. Ethereum, 16.5 million. XRP, 7.8 million. And Solana, 2.5 million. And then he writes, crypto is now part of federal enforcement reality. Transparency matters more than ever. Here's the thing that he's not the only one. By the way, actually, I should note this first. That was seen, just this one post from him was seen 121,000 times. 121,000 times, just this one post. Here's another XRP content creator, Good Evening Crypto. He reposted that and wrote, U.S. government is holding $7.8 million of XRP. He didn't fact check it, and that one's been seen 42,600 times. And that's just a couple examples. This has been reposted so many damn times. This is why I said I wouldn't be surprised if the views are actually in the millions. That would not surprise me in the least. It's been a ton of people, right? So I responded to Bank XRP because I looked at the link he shared right here. It's a government link here. And I checked it out and I couldn't find it. I wrote, where did that $7.8 million of XRP seizure figure come from? I checked the link you provided, but there is only one reference to XRP, and it cites about $265,000 seized on August 1st, 2025. And he didn't respond to it. I don't know if he will in the future. He may not have even seen it. I don't know. I also shared a post, just my own post on X here, asking basically the same question. It was like, hey, can anybody confirm that the government holds $7.8 million? Nobody in the community provided a link, and my post so far has been seen 5,341 times. I'm just like, can anyone confirm this? Because I can't find it. Not a single person shared a link, not one. So if it's something that was true and broadly, the truth was broadly circulated, in my experience, somebody, like multiple people actually would have responded, yeah, here it is. Because I have asked for stuff like that in the past, and if it's real, I mean, typically what you're going to get is a ton of people like, yeah, here it is. And I'm like, oh, okay, great, thanks. Couldn't find it, thank you. But that's not what happened here. And so here's the link to the website that was shared by Bank XRP. There's only, and this is a 45-page document, there's only one mention of XRP in this entire document. And it's right here, this part that I'm trying to highlight here. That's it. There you go, XRP. It says $265,504.84 seized by the DEA on August 1st, 2025. And they cite here, legal notice attentions. Again, it's an official government document that's publicly available. It says the Drug Enforcement Agency gives notice that the property listed below was seized for federal forfeiture for violation of federal law. Laws and procedures applicable to the forfeiture process can be found at blah, 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 blah. And so it was. So the government's definitely holding XRP, but that's a far cry from $7.8 million. That's a little over $250,000 worth of XRP at the time this was posted. So, what gives? And again, I did some, like, I know how to use internet searches. Okay. I know how to do that. I couldn't find a damn thing here. So again, if any of you can, please provide it. And then I'll still wonder, okay, even if you can find it, why was it not easier to find? I'd still be curious, because something that's just true, it usually just pops up if it's something about XRP, if it's a true story. Not here though. So even that would be weird, even if you can find it. But either way, the link that he provided definitely does not prove what he was asserting right there. And he made this infographic highlighting XRP $7.8 million. I'm not convinced that's true though. And nothing against him, just to be clear, like I said, he's done great work over a span of many, many, many years. I just don't know why this is the case right here. But it would matter materially if this were the case. Here's this is another government website here. Federal Register, establishment of the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve and United States Digital Asset Stockpile. And this is an official presidential document by the Executive Office of the President. This is from March 11th of this year, 2025. And let me go to the relevant portion right here. And this is why this would matter, because the XRP was seized. And the goal here basically from the government is if they seize it, they're just going to keep it and hodl it. And that would be the digital asset stockpile. So here's what this official document is. And this is an official decree from the president. Reads as follows. The Secretary of the Treasury shall establish an office to administer and maintain control of custodial accounts collectively known as the United States Digital Asset Stockpile, capitalized with all digital assets owned by the Department of the Treasury, other than Bitcoin, because that's got its own separate strategic Bitcoin reserve, that were finally forfeited as part of criminal or civil asset forfeiture proceedings and that are not needed to satisfy requirements under 31 USC 9705 or released pursuant to subsection D of the stockpile, of the section, the stockpile assets. And it goes on and on and on. So, once, the proceedings are complete, presumably it would be the case that this is just now permanently the property of the United States. Like the United States would just be holding XRP in perpetuity. So it would be better if it were more than if that was going to happen. But it is true. So the government does hold XRP. We know that for sure. It's just that it's not like a crazy amount. And I just wonder where the $7.8 million figure came in, but it's just been so broadly circulated. I felt obligated to make a video addressing this because I can't find it. I've asked for it before recording this video. I let some time pass. Nobody can provide any proof for this. Yet all the crypto media outlets out there are just stating it as fact because somebody said it on X. That's not the way to do things. And again, we're talking, these are media outlets. I mean, they're calling themselves media outlets. Shouldn't they provide some damn proof of this? Shouldn't they have made sure it was true? So I don't know, folks. Again, if you can find it, if you can prove it, I want to know if it's true. I do want to know. I just can't find it. And it should be easier than this. But it is true that the government does currently hold XRP, and maybe they're always going to own it now. The digital asset stockpile, that is a real thing. So we'll see here, folks. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea.